decline that phone.
Music just started.
Your hair in that.
It's good. Emo.
Straight bangs.
It's emotional. Like I'm in a band.
Welcome to the Talkin Baseball pregame show. It is Wednesday, September 2nd, and baseball is going to happen again every day.
Yeah.
Just keep playing these games nonstop. My name is Jimmy, and I got Jake sitting next to me with his hair, and Trev with his hat, and Zach with his hat. Jake, how you doing?
Good afternoon, good morning, baseball fans. Baseball's hot. It's me and Trev's first interaction this morning. Baseball's hot in the streets this year, man. Baseball's cool. Tatis. The Joe Kelly times to now. I mean, baseball is on a bit of a heater. People are watching. They broke the San Diego record for most people watching a Padres game or some-ish. It's like, get the product to the people and they will like it. So I'm good, man. Obviously crazy times in the Tampa Yanks game last night. And the new Homer draft is off gangbuster style. Trevor Plouffe with a pseudo 5 home run night, but just 2. So yeah, excited for that. Trevor, Patrick, how are you?
I'm doing great, man, and I agree. Baseball is cool again.
It's hot.
I feel like it was kind of not cool for a while, and this season, and I don't know if it's because they got out of the gates first or if it's just been good baseball and storylines and everything like that, but man, I've never been excited about a regular season game. I'm excited about a regular season game.
Guy played 7 years in the bigs.
Get that clip, yeah.
Yeah, baseball's been
As
good,
a
man.
fan.
Stop the music now. Someone came at us for the music. Said stop playing that. We're not in an elevator.
It's too sexy.
Like, man, if you listen to that in an elevator, I think you get
make
locked
love.
up. Yeah.
You'd have a baby.
I mean, that's.
Do they know that sex sells? I mean, we are a company.
You listen to that music in an elevator in your office, you get written up. You get written up.
In your office, that's straight to HR right there.
Yeah. I stepped into the elevator with
JD.
Trev, and he started playing this song, and it made me really uncomfortable. That's HR right there. Jake, you want to take the East Coast? Let us know what's going on.
Holy Toledo, let's get into it then. The Yankees and the Rays, the story of baseball last night. Look out! They'll be playing the third game and the rubber match of that series tonight. Charlie Morton, the Salt Man, makes his return from the IL against Jordan Montgomery. That should be must-watch TV. Might even hear about it in the What to Watch For. The New York Mets and the Baltimore Orioles. Michael Waka Flocka Flame versus John Means Well for the Orioles. The Toronto Blue Jays. Ryu versus Sixto Sanchez. I am dialed in for that. Hyper dialed. It's my What to Watch For. Teaser. I hate to give that away. Nationals, Phillies, Max Scherzer, Zach Wheeler. That'll put a little lead in your pencil. And speaking of the opposite of that, Robbie Erlin and the Braves face Mike Kickham for the Boston Red Sox, and that's what's going on in the East.
Wow, okay. Let's talk about Ryu and Sixto.
Knock you out.
Just joking. It's Jake's What to Watch For. I'd never step on it.
It's actually a really good matchup, and I looked at that
Don't
for my
talk,
What to Watch
Trev,
For, but
don't talk about it, Trev. Don't talk
You're
about it.
the guy to take that one over for us, so I'll let you have it.
That's
Obviously,
a hot boy game.
Obviously, the
Low-key.
Rays and the Yanks. Another one I can't talk about now because somebody's going to talk about it later, but that's the game.
Nationals Phillies should be a good matchup, but the Nationals decided to take the year off, so keep winning, Phillies.
They're still drinking champagne out the World Series. whatever
fine.
you call it, piece of metal, right?
It's fine. Phillies are over 500 officially, 16-15, tied with the Marlins, 16-15. Phillies get a win today. I think it's like the biggest, like they planted their foot on the direct path officially. They've been inching that way. But
Hey, you want to put a little lead in your pencil? Go ahead and check Andrew McCutcheon's baseball reference page.
he's good.
Yeah.
He's
Get
very
reminded
good.
how good that guy is.
Yeah.
He's
he's-
kind of on a little dick dropping.
Him and
acoustic
Reese are
tour.
both
Yeah.
dropping some dick together.
Gross.
It's fun, man. And he's hilarious on Twitter, so go follow Kutch, friend of the pod.
He's a,
Content.
he's a joke maker.
Yeah. He's got an alter ego.
His alter ego's got a baseball card, I think. And Jake doesn't even have one. Sanderson. Jake Sanderson, not you.
Central?
Yeah, I'll take you through the Central if you want.
Love it.
Here's what's happening, okay? Listen up. The Cardinals are facing the Reds. Cardinals are good. Reds are trying to be good. It's Johan Oviedo versus Tyler Mahle. The Cubs are facing the Pirates, Jake. Kyle Hendricks versus Joe Musgrove. Hendricks had a poor outing last time, so he needs to bounce back. Ian Happ's going crazy for the Cubs.
Ballin'.
Nuts. They win in extras yesterday. Tigers and the Brewers, Spencer Turnbull. He's having a really good season. 2.97 ERA versus Adrian Hauser. Like, the Tigers are better than the Brewers.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting matchup. No one saw that coming. Indians and Royals face off. Tristan McKenzie on the bump.
Check out Sequence episode, Tristan McKenzie on Sequence.
There you go. Versus Jacob Junis for the Royals. And the White Sox Twins going at it. Reynaldo Lopez versus Jose Barrios. Hey, what did Barrios do, Trev, after his good game?
Face a tough Indians team.
Oh, he had a bad one after that?
It's kind of my what to watch for, Jim.
Yeah, you might hear more about it later even.
Okay. Cool. Because I thought he was good again. How about the Tigers, man? Are they gonna be competing for this wild card? I've been counting them out. Should I not?
I don't
count them out.
I think you should count them
They're
out.
8-2 in their last 10.
We're sleeping
won
on
6
the
in a row.
Tigers.
I was gonna actually talk about this game as my what to watch for. You know, the Tigers, yeah, they're better than the Brewers. They're a half game out of a playoff spot right now. They're playing.
Look who the Tigers beat on this winning streak. The Cubs, the Twins, and then they beat Milwaukee.
They're playing good baseball, and I was going to say, look, maybe this is a team that's going to surprise everyone and sneak into the playoffs, but then I did what, Jim, you love to do. I went to their schedule, their upcoming schedule. 24 games left. Good, or 25, I believe. The good news is they play the Royals 6 times. The bad news is all the other teams are just monsters. You play the White Sox a bunch, the Twins a bunch, the Cardinals come into town for a doubleheader. They don't have a favorable schedule. Obviously, I like what they're doing. Hopefully, they keep it up, but it just doesn't. It doesn't seem likely.
I think my bigger thing is, how about 4 teams above 500 in the AL Central? That is nutty.
Yeah.
The Tigers did call up some of their youth, so hey, keep it rolling. Make yourself be relevant, and maybe you will. I mean, 60-game season, this is the whole thing. Everyone kind of laughed and said it'll sort itself out, but 60 games is a small sample. So how about your guy Ron Gardenhire steering the ship?
Ronnie
Trev,
G.
too? So that's good for them. I'm more so on a bigger kick of the NL Central stinks. I'm actually deducting points from the Cubs.
Wow.
I'm taking points away from the Cubbies because the Central stinks. The Reds got killed last night.
Dude, I can't talk about the Reds anymore.
The
you know I love
Brewers
to talk about the Reds.
I've been trying to plug that dam for a while.
The Brewers are losing. I mean, the NL Central is on stink watch. That it's to the point that I'm deducting points from the Cubs.
Wow. Tough break, Cubs. I think the Cubs look pretty good. Well-rounded squad.
That's bulletin board material. They're going to say, this is what Jake Storiali said.
Wow.
Boom. Slap it on the board.
Hot
Motivation.
boy summer winding down.
Trav, what's going on the West Coast?
We got some doozies out west. Giants in Colorado. The Giants went on a very arena tour, dick-dropping tour last night. 27 hits, 23 runs. Logan Webb goes up against Kyle Freeland for the Rocks. Rocks in a spin. I think they're still in the playoffs, though. Just so you know. Rangers in Houston. Houston blew it last night. Balked in the go-ahead run. Threw the ball around a little bit. Colby Allard goes up against Christian Javier. Astros still doing it. They look really good. Padres in Anaheim. Dinelson Lamet versus Julio Teheran. Homer draft update from that game for me. We get to see our boys back in action. Clevenger's met up with the team. We'll see how that goes. And rounding things off is the D-backs in LA. Zach Gallen versus Walker Buehler. Buehler's got to step it up. He was Traegering beer can chicken on his off day. Let's see if that gets him in the mood to pitch a little better. That's what's going on out west.
He was using his Traeger. Aren't you anti-Traeger?
No, he's Team Traeger now.
I'm Team Traeger now.
Because they sent you one? Is that what happened?
My buddy has had one for a long time. He's trying to convince me. I have it. I'm not. We'll talk about it later off air. People don't want to hear about that. It's a good tool. It's a good tool.
Buehler's last start was a good start. 6 innings pitched, 1 run. They asked him, like, how'd it feel? And he was like, it felt good to be good again. Some quote like that. So maybe he's looking for that same feeling. Zach Gallen, I mean, Jake, he's gotten away from Keuchel mode, which is like 5 innings pitched, 1 run, 5 innings pitched, 2 run. He's been just straight really good. His last 6 starts are all 6 innings pitched or more, 2 earned runs or less. Like, Zach Gallen is really good lately.
I know a lot of people tune in to hear me talk about National League WAR leaders. Max Fried, number one in baseball. Max Fried right now. You go Betts, Tatis, Nola, who's been nasty, and then it's Gallen and Darvish. Man, I mean, Zach Gallen has put himself in a special territory. If he was with a bigger market team, or if the Diamondbacks were even doing just a little better, we'd be a big Zach Gallen pod. But yeah, good for him, man.
I think we're a pretty big Zach Gallen pod.
We've given him love, yeah. But I mean, could you imagine if that dude was on the Cubs or the Yanks or the Sox or the Dodgers?
Imagine if he was on the Marlins still.
The Fish,
with that pitching.
Jazz Chisholm.
We're not. No one has the Astros as to what to watch for. They lost in brutal fashion last night. Balked in a run, and then throwing error in the walk off. Their record, they've won 2 games against teams over 500. The Houston Astros.
They're still really good. It's like hard for me. Like, I want to write them off, but you just can't.
What do you have about the stat I just told you?
What's how many? What's the record? They've won 2 games, but how many have they lost?
8. It's really weird. They haven't played a lot of
19 and 15. I think the thing with the Astros is that, like, none of it's clicked. I mean, Bregman's been hurt for a little bit, and he was having an okay season. Their highest OPS hitter is Kyle Tucker, who's just been hot recently. Off. Like, yeah.
What's his OPS?
900.
That's the highest?
Like, the Astros have not been clicking, so I think that's kind of the, Correa's OPS is down to 787. He was hot for a while. Now he's cold. So they really haven't figured it out. Spoiler, I might have one of them in my Homer draft today who I think might get it going.
Oh, it's weird that they've only played 10 games against teams over 500.
Yeah.
What's the rest of their schedule?
I mean, Oakland's only played 5, it says. They're 3-2. So, I don't know.
West is just stinky.
It is. It's a crap division.
Stinky West.
Yeah.
But yeah, Houston, they'll be there. And they're a scary team regardless. It's like I said, you kind of want to write them off.
I don't think they're scary.
Some guys
have
stepped up on their pitching staff. Like Framber stepped up. Greinke's been good.
You got to go. You got to go into that 3-game playoff mode, and they're going to have Greinke, who you believe in.
3-game playoff, they're there. 7-game.
Framber's been disgusting. McCullers,
if their lineup comes
Javier.
back too, and they kind of get hot, like that's a scary lineup.
I have them similar to the Yankees right now. 3-game set. They can scare you. 7. They're not made for a 7-game series. I don't think the Yankees are either right now. Maybe no one is. Who knows?
7-game series are crazy. So
yeah.
What's your what to watch for, Jake?
Ooh.
You teased it at the top of the show.
I teased it hard, and I went with a couple smoke bros. Ryu versus Sixto Sanchez. Do you mind if I talk to you guys about Ryu a little bit?
No,
Please
I
do.
don't care.
Okay.
Please do.
Ryu,
I need to be convinced about him.
signed by the Baby Jays. We did a whole thing on this the other day, how they're looking at themselves kind of like the Padres are looking at themselves, just maybe a baby step behind, hoping to get Bo Bichette back.
Oof.
Ryu's whole thing when he hit free agency is he had endurance concerns, he had injury concerns coming into it. This dude is filthy. In 2018, in 15 starts, he had a 1.97 ERA. Last year, he was the NL ERA champ. He had a 2.32. And he hit free agency. The Jays got him as a little bit of a surprise, second in the Cy Young last year. And guess what? We did our AL East, bro. You're going to see the DH. You're going to see the Yankees. Let's see you at Fenway. Guess what? He's got a 2.92 ERA. He got off to, I think, a little bit of a slow start. His K per 9 is back to his 2018, which, reminder, he had a 1.97 ERA. So Ryu is doing it. The Baby Jays are trying to get it going. And across the field, Sixto Sanchez. Learn the name. Go check out the Pitch Ninja. Big-time prospect for the Fish. Pumps a hunch. He's one of those guys who pumps a hunch, and that changeup's only coming in at 90. He is nasty. He's video game stuff. So far, 2 starts, 12 innings pitched, 14 Ks, only 1 walk from the young guy. We like that, Trev. So we've got a fun pitching matchup. And this game was great last night. Starling Marte, the new Marlin, hits the game-winning home run in the 8th inning. So, again, we get caught up in the Reds, or you say the Brewers are going to figure it out. NL Central stinks. Let's start giving the Marlins love. Let's start giving the Tigers love, because they're doing it. So, a fun, hot boy Ryu versus Sixto pitching matchup.
I think it'll be easy to remember the name Sixto.
Sixto Sanchez. I mean, that's a star name.
Yeah. What pitch do you think Ryu has thrown most this year? Trivia.
Sinker, changeup.
That's 2 pitches.
Yeah, I was going to say, he can't throw a changeup more often.
I'd assume you're asking because the answer's changeup, but I'll go sinker.
Because that's weird to have your most thrown pitch be your changeup.
Kind of his pitch.
That means that's kind of your pitch, and the fastball's the change.
What I like about Ryu is he's kind of a sneaky big boy too. Like,
oh yeah,
thicky.
I don't think there's anything sneaky about that, Trev.
I don't. Well, honestly, I don't.
No
watch
one's
him
looking
pitch
at
enough.
him and being like, "Oh, he's big." It's just, "Oh, that guy's big."
I don't watch him pitch enough.
Someone came out with the graphic. I think it was Vlad, Tellez, Vogelbach, Ryu,
big boys,
and there was one more. I think they were all 250 plus.
Who else could it be over there?
I want to say another pitcher, right?
Yeah,
Pearson, maybe.
Yeah, Pearson.
Pearson's a monster.
But he's not thick. Isn't he just tall?
He big. He goes Twitter handle @big_Nate.
But I think he's like, I thought he was I don't know though. I'm talking out of turn. I thought he was a tall dude.
Nate Pearson is listed at 6'6", 250. So
6'6".
You big.
Yeah, but when you see him, you don't think, "Oh, that guy's a chubby dude."
Filled out. Phil Hughes type.
Yeah. Just a big dude.
Phil Hughes. Biggest baby ever born at his hospital. It's a true story.
Gets me every time. It's good. Why are some MLB
Wilmer
players
Font
different?
Is 255.
Throw Wilmer Font in there, sure.
I had to break his collarbone to get him out, seriously. But
Trev, what are you watching this evening?
I feel like a broken record here. Jimmy alluded to it earlier, but we are on Jose Barrios' watch again. Twins snuck one out from the White Sox yesterday. Byron Buxton came up big. They haven't been hitting. Aside from Sano and Cruz, their lineup has kind of been abysmal. I expect that to take care of itself. These guys are good hitters. They're a good hitting team. They'll get that going. So you start to look towards the postseason. What do you got with the Twins? Their starting pitching has kind of been a weak point, but now that you start to look, Maeda's been doing really well. Dobnak's been doing really well. Now they got Rich Hill back. He's been doing pretty well. That's 3 guys right there, but you need Barrios. If you have 4 guys, you're ahead of the curve. He leads the league in walks right now with 18. And that's my point with this guy all the time. He has the stuff. He just needs to get ahead of hitters. So he faces the White Sox tonight. That's one of the scariest lineups in all of baseball. But if the Twins are who they want to be and who I think they are, you guys are off on them a little bit. They have to be able to beat the White Sox, and Barrios has to go up and be able to beat the White Sox. He has to go up and be able to beat the Yankees, the Baby Jays, whoever it is. They need a guy like this to step up. I've been touting that he's an ace for so long. Back-to-back all-star years, ERAs in the 3s the last 2 years. He's a guy that can do that. He looks like a regression candidate. Like, he's going to get back down to under 3, and with 6 starts left, that means that he's going to have some excellent outings coming up, and I'm hoping tonight.
You need Barrios to get hot. I'm not out on. I feel the same about the Twins as I always have, and Twins fans hate it because they think I'm trying to rip on them, but it's just I'm being very honest.
Yankees. It's the Yankees complex the Twins fans have.
It's Yankees. It's also just Twins. Like Dobnak. Do you think he's a lock to be good in the postseason? Because he's not. He's faced no one this season. And,
I agree.
And like
nobody's a lock. I mean, a few guys are locks, but
Barrios, if he comes in hot, I think you could be like happy with Barrios on the mound. But the rest of the starting is like it's. They have competition now. Dobnak needs to get some good games against the White Sox and the Indians under his belt. I mean, so far he's faced like the Royals, the Pirates, and the Brewers, and that's all. And he's performed well, so it's not a knock on him. But that's always what I say about the Twins is like they don't face a lot of competition until the postseason.
Well, I mean, the AL Central is the best division in the
That's what I'm
game
saying
right now.
But I'm looking at the pitchers and who they face. That's what I'm saying. It's nice that they have 2 teams now. I'd like to see Dobnak and Barrios carve these good teams up.
Me too.
Going into the playoffs. That's all. I think most Twins fans would agree with that. They also need to get healthy, and that goes for a lot of teams.
Maeda deserves a little more love. He is a playoff starter. I mean, he's not a 1 or anything like that, but he is a playoff starter. You feel like you got a chance coming into that game.
Rich Hill as well.
Rich Hill's been there. And that's I think
Maeda's done it against the in-division teams, like the upper teams.
Zooming out a little bit, I mean, if you do the 3-game, 7-game series type thing, I mean, even all these teams have their questions. The Twins, the problem is their questions have kind of been the same thing. I mean, that offense has been there. It's who's going to give them the pitching performance. I mean, even if you look at the Rays as of right now, I mean, after Glasnow and Snell, there's question marks in their rotation. So, I mean, you can do that with any team in the AL right now. It's going to be interesting to see what each of these teams looks like comes playoff times. But the Twins are, let's be honest, they're in that until they do it. It's hard to believe.
Yeah, I mean, their offense has to get going too. Like I said, they've been bad. Besides Cruz and Sano, they need Donaldson to come back. He's hitting right now. He should be back soon. But yeah, the other guys got to get hot. My main thing with them, I think they go as far as Barrios will let them go. Because like Jim's saying, you need a guy that's filthy like that. He's not a crazy strikeout guy. I think right now he's right at like 9.8 or 10 per 9, which is good. He's not like at a DeGrom level or something like that. But you need a guy with his swing and miss stuff hot in the playoffs.
Just stop the walks,
so go do it, man.
Stop the walks. Can't do that.
Stop the walks. Stop the walks.
Trust your stuff.
Let's go.
I didn't have a what to watch for, and then Trev reminded me there's a very easy one.
Anything going on tonight, Jim?
Yanks Rays.
Will you watch this game?
I think I'm going to watch it. I think you and I will be live on YouTube watching it if anyone wants to watch with us. Yanks and Rays, they've been heated for a while now. If you missed it yesterday, I did a whole breakdown on it. We're going to do our full discussions on it on the Tidbits episode we're recording after this, so we're not going to really deep dive right now. But basically, going into this game, Cash said if they want to do that, I have a whole stable of guys that throw 98. DJ LeMahieu said, sounds like they're going to throw at us, so we'll be ready. Kiermaier said he called out Nevin, third base coach Nevin, and now Nevin has to go stand next to the Rays dugout all game.
What did he say? I didn't see that.
He just said they're always chirping the fake macho stuff from Phil Nevin. It's a tired act. Nevin's a friend of the program. But both teams chirp. Like the Yankees complained about the Rays chirping On August 8th, they chirped Paxton after coming back on him late in the game. Both teams chirp, both teams throw high and in pitches to get people off the plate, and both teams have had a pitcher throw at a guy's head. And it's all bullshit.
It's all dumb.
And it is interesting that
fun.
Kevin, what's that?
It's also very fun. It's dumb, but
great.
It's a lot of fun.
Storylines are good for baseball. I wish it ended with the Joey Wendell hit by pitch. I wish Chapman didn't come high and in yesterday. We'll do that whole discussion. But you got to tune in at this point. It's a rubber match. I mean, I don't know if Jordan Montgomery has it in him to throw at anyone or Charlie Morton coming off injury. I hope it's just a good, clean game with high emotions.
I don't think, they're going to warn each team before the game. So the starters aren't going to hit anybody. If someone gets hit, it's going to be later in the game with the reliever. But I just don't see it. It can't. It shouldn't happen. We'll talk about it later.
Well, there are going to be warnings, like you said. And Cash and Chapman might get some sort of like nonsense small suspensions. I mean,
fine.
Kevin Cash admitted to intentionally throwing at someone. Granted, it was 3 years ago, so there might be a statute of limitations. But he also threatened that he's going to have these guys throw at him tomorrow. So in one sentence, he said, yeah, we did it in the past. Yeah, enough it's bullshit, and I hate it. Enough is enough. Yeah, we'll keep doing it if you want us to. It was like he was running hot. Maybe don't put mics in front of guys when they're running that hot.
I was trying to get back into the game because I am excited for the game because I think if this is a competitive game, this is going to be one of the most competitive regular season games you'll see this year. I know that sounds a little East Coast biased, and I think it is to a degree, especially if the Central gets tight down the stretch or there's bad blood there. But, I mean, these teams are mad at each other. This is the last time they're seeing each other in the regular season. It's to win. It's to win. Yeah. It's to win the series. The Yankees haven't won a series versus the Rays. So I think this is going to be really good baseball, or at least that's what I'm hoping. And if it's tight, hopefully that keeps the beanball stuff away. I just Googled Charlie Morton pitch count to see how much he'd be stretched out, and it gave me his lifetime pitches, 23,582 pitches by Charlie Morton, so that's helpful. But, yeah, I think this is going to be really good baseball. I mean, Morton, going back to that Rays goals, I mean, they're not going to push Morton tonight. They just want to get him right for the playoffs.
He was at 80, 93. Then he got pulled on August 9th when all this went down.
I think this is going to look pretty similar to playoff baseball. I think each starter's basically going to get 2 times through the rotation. If they look really good, you stay. If you don't, you're out. We saw Cash and the Rays did that yesterday. DJ LeMahieu hit 2 home runs from the leadoff spot, so it made a lot of sense. But it's just exciting, man. This baseball's hot in the streets.
Yeah, hot in the streets.
Someone said that someone in the chat said that Kevin Cash never said he gave Kittredge instructions to hit him. But he is claiming that Boone gave instructions. He called out the coaching staff. So
it's so dumb.
You guys have been calling out the Yankees coaching staff, so in a roundabout way, you agree with Kevin Cash.
Bingo.
I ain't called out the coaching staff.
Listen, I've said this before on the pod. A lot of people on Yankees Twitter hate Kevin Kiermaier. That's only because he plays for the Rays. If he was on your team, you would absolutely love him.
Jake loves Kevin Kiermaier, and I think Kiermaier had the best quotes in the postgame. I would think Kevin Cash should have said what Kiermaier said. Kiermaier was like, hey, we're beating them a ton. We're throwing them high and in as our strategy. I can see why they don't like it. They're chirping a lot. We don't like that. We don't like each other. And I was like, yeah, those are pretty good quotes, Kevin.
He is as high T as it gets. He is the heartbeat of that org, and that's why they run hot. He leads the way there. Post games, celebrations, KK talking in front of everybody is awesome.
First 35 games this year, 1 home run. The next 2 games that happen to be the Yankees, 2 home runs by Kiermaier, both into the second deck. I looked at his contract to see if he will end up manning center field and then slide to left like Brett Gardner has for the Yankees. Find that porch, Kiermaier. I do love that man. And all the theatrics. He did give up a Little League home run yesterday with some of that. But, yeah, man, I don't know. It's so funny watching the Twitter arguments go down. And it's I saw because the Paxton thing when that happened. They were in Paxton's ear and they deserved to be. They rocked him. That's a little baseball right there. But I mean, James Paxton, kind of this docile Canadian dude, is staring at them as he walks into the dugout. And then I saw someone being like, well, the Yankees were chirping at the Rays that they couldn't hit Paxton. And it's like, what? That old smack talk? Hey, you can't hit Paxton. Like, what do you guys think's happening?
Wow, that's a
Look at that. That's random.
So anyway, watch the Yankees-Rays game.
Yes.
That's what I got today. All right, moving on to
Homer Draft. It's the Homer Draft.
Big days out of you guys. Dumb strategy to take the lead before Friday, but good. Congrats.
Last place, Jim. What you got?
Well, I'm waiting on Friday. Steal your guys' hot picks and then double it up and then kick your ass.
LPJ.
Send you a hot pick.
Trev, you got two. You got Lindor and Yelly. A little bit of confusion as you thought you didn't make a replay. We tweeted out the text conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was that about? Jeez.
Yeah.
Who did that?
Yeah. We're still trying to
BBD?
find the guy. It was you, though. Because it listed everyone else in the chat, and then the text you sent.
I sent
blue.
the screenshots to BBD.
And desist.
Yeah. Disgusting.
So
go ahead, Jim.
Trev, you got 2 home runs, Yelly and Lindor. Jake, you got Franmil. Riley hit an absolute bomb. It forgot to go out. So
An old friend was FaceTiming me, like haven't talked to in a while. And I told him, hey, I'm working right now. And then he said he was going to name his baby after me.
My baby needs a first name, and I was hoping you'd be okay with
naming it D-Bag after me. So, kind of rude. But a good text.
Yeah.
All right.
Text. Okay, anyway. Trev, are you tied? You guys tied for first? 18 each?
16 each, Jim.
Who you got? 16? My eyes are bad. All right, Trev, who you got today?
I will go today. I have Lindor and Yelly back in action for me today. And my new picks. You said Austin Riley's almost hit a home run the last 2 nights. Well, I think he's going to hit a home run tonight. Austin Riley, young, thick versus the Red Sox. Kickham is pitching for the Red Sox. He hasn't pitched in the show since 2014.
Kick ham. That's how
Kick ham.
Kick him when he's up,
kick
him when he's down.
I think there's going to be some homers in this game, and I think Austin Riley is finally going to get one over the monster.
Can I tell you something, Trev?
My first pick, yes, sir.
Can I tell you a little something? If Austin Riley hits a home run today, I'll be mad at you.
I almost picked him yesterday, but I didn't. And here we are today. Oh, no, I picked him 2 days ago.
Yes. He was your last pick of August.
Yeah. Anyways, I think he's going up top today.
Wow.
And then I'm throwing one of my big boys out there. Off day.
Wow.
Got recharged. He's in Anaheim. The Orange County air is feeling good to him. Tatis Jr. versus Julio Teheran.
It's a bad pick.
And the rest of the Angels pitching staff that stinks.
It's a bad pick, Trev.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow. Top of the league homer leaderboard is tied, so maybe Tatis can reclaim today.
I just see him going off those rocks in left center.
Yeah.
The sick OC bro Monster Energy drink sign right there, lighting up.
Getting his rocks off.
What's wrong?
Yeah.
with it?
Just crazy that you took one of the best home run hitters this season not on a Friday.
On whammy day.
Don't matter.
You can get him for 3 days. You chose to only get him for 1.
I don't think you're in any spot to talk strategy last place, Jim.
My strategy is to stay in last place until Friday.
Don't want your strategy.
Okay.
It's not working. So
That's working perfectly.
Are
We're
you
not
just going to keep
interested.
picking guys who you don't think are going to hit home runs until Friday? That doesn't make any sense, Jim.
You wait and see.
we'll wait and see then.
Wait and see.
Okay.
I mean, Tatis is a weekend home run hitter. All of his home
He
runs.
hits
There's
home
some
runs all the
analytics.
time.
No. You haven't been-
LPJ, you want it?
No,
want me
you
to
get
go?
it. You go.
Okay. As I alluded to earlier, someone's going to catch some for the Astros tonight. and I want to get my Astros out of the way. Apparently I'm a Colby Allard stack guy, the Texas Rangers. We're playing in Houston. I'm going George Springer. It's about time he gets it going. The lefty-righty matchup. It was either him or Correa, and I was surprised where Correa's numbers were. So I went with George. We'll see if we can get a Springer dinger. Again, Yukon guy, Connecticut guy, hard-hitting New Britain. So I'm in on that, unfortunately, for the Astros love. And then I'm taking a little bit of a chance. I'm going with Pete Alonso. Pistol Pete hasn't looked fantastic this year, but he gets the lefty-righty matchup as well. John Means. They're in Camden. Gary Sanchez hit a ball yesterday that would have been 8 rows deep at Camden, but it was a fly ball out at Yankee Stadium. Sometimes you forget field dimensions. Camden Yards, if Alonso mishits one, it's out.
Yeah.
So going with Big Pete. Got the editor Kyle Stack going today, an Astro and Alonso.
Those are great Tuesday picks.
It's Wednesday.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, a lot of critique from the bottom of the leaderboard.
Yeah.
Who do you got, LPJ?
Well, I'm taking McCann playing the BVP game.
Brian or James?
Against Barrios.
James. Yeah, Barrios. He's got 4
Wow.
home runs. He's got a 333 on base percentage, 8 hits. 3 of them are home runs. 2 of them are doubles. When he hits Barrios, he hits him hard. And Barrios sucks, as Trevor said earlier. Not my words, Trev's. And then I'm taking Hot Hand, also in the John Means game. But I'm going Cano. Cano has hit, I think, 3 homers in the last 4 games or something like that. Cano's been hot. So I'm taking Cano and McCann playing BVP, playing Hot Hand. Those are my Wednesday picks.
I like the Cano pick.
You do?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I heard that McCann was nursing a little injury and might not play today, but hey, it's locked. So
Whoa.
Well, didn't you try to change yours when Acuna went out?
Whoa. Zach.
yeah, I made a pick.
Do you want me to do a replacement pick right now in case
I'm just
McCann's not
kidding.
playing?
He's not hurt. I just made
Oh.
that up. So
Wow.
Ah, I like that,
A little
Trev.
head game from Trev.
Mental warfare.
Head
yeah,
games.
because with the prop bet of the day, you guys tried to play mental warfare with me yesterday. It didn't work.
Antonio Brown games.
Cano has 3 homers in his last 4 games, so I'm just trying to ride that hot hand against the Orioles.
I like that, man. Against John Means.
Those are horrible picks. I'm just going to tell you that right now.
Fastball.
Trev, you wasted.
I don't
Tatis
mind
on
a
a
James
Wednesday.
McCann pick.
We're trying to get homers here.
I mean, it's the final month.
Yeah. I'm 2 behind you guys.
Last place, sure.
I steal your pick on Friday, and then I have him for 3 days in a row.
It's fine.
Why would you want to be in anything but last place come
So why would I pick someone?
What if you don't want to steal
Why would I
our
pick
picks?
someone hot on a Friday when I know I'm going to be in first place and you would steal?
You
them?
might hate
You
my
have 2
picks.
picks.
That's
I only
called
get
chess.
You have 2
Called
picks.
chess, buddy.
I only get 1 of them.
What if
so
you
you're going to
pick-
intentionally choose a bad guy and then I just don't steal him?
No, I'm not going to. I'm not going to pick Tatis Jr. When I know you can steal a pick from me.
Oh, how about
That's
that?
called chess.
Strategy coming back up your butt, ugly Jimmy.
You thought 1 move. I thought 3 moves. Ahead.
So I've just scared you into not taking the best home run hitter on the weekend. Sounds like I've won the mental warfare.
a lot of bad
know.
chess.
He's
out of
facing
both
the
of you.
Angels right now. Worst
Let's-
pitching staff in the league.
There has been really good lately, Trev.
So wait, are we doing carryovers too? Right?
As in,
The same
course.
as
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
me and Trev with some carryovers today as well. Okay.
Yeah, you guys
I
got
have
a lot.
Fran Mill carrying over. Trev has Lindor and Yelly.
Yes.
I mean,
Zach, do you have anything to add today?
Zach, any thoughts?
first of all, I love the new homer draft rules.
Okay,
Going so well.
Your own hype, man.
People were asking if we can publish the rules because they're having trouble following along.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no shit. I'm having
weird.
trouble following them, and I have them in my
Join the
possession.
club, chat.
I know I'm down pat. Here, I'll tweet them out now. Here are the new Talkin
About to be tweeted out.
baseball homer draft rules. Don't ever forget them.
Jimmy is General Cornwallis, and I am Mel Gibson, and I just took his dogs, and made him give me back all my soldiers while I left him scarecrows.
I'll be the scarecrows or the dogs.
Great movie scene, Trev.
It's a great movie scene.
But it sounds like you're intentionally picking bad players for your 3 games in a row weekend.
No,
which
I'm
I
not. I'm
don't
picking
think...
Tatis Jr. against the Angels because that's a smart play.
Okay. Okay, he's a weekend home run hitter. Everyone knows that.
Pick him on Friday, dude.
Stolen Fridays. I don't think it's going to be as impactful as you think.
Last place gets the steal.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Is that every Friday or just
Every Friday.
I'll have 3 good options every Friday.
Yeah, exactly.
Non-issue.
It's only 4 Fridays.
Yeah. So you wasted a good one today, Trev.
Disagree, Trevor. Nice pick.
Thank you.
What's the dumb prop bet of the day?
Well,
Last place, Jimmy.
what happened yesterday?
Max
Muncy
Muncy did not
Muncy-
homer.
No homer. Trev, good job.
That was a layup for me. I really appreciate it. I
Needed
that
you
one.
to get a win.
I needed that one.
Let's go.
Did he do anything good? Have any nice swings?
I don't know.
Max Muncy. What do you got, Timbo?
I'm looking around. I didn't prep one. I'm trying to find a fun matchup here. I want to do strikeouts versus hits in a game, opposing teams. I'm looking for the matchup that evens out the best.
Muncy 2 for 4 yesterday, a walk and an intentional walk.
So he's got 6 at-bats?
Yeah.
Cool. Let's go Hendrick strikeouts versus Pittsburgh runs. Will Hendrick strike out more people than he allows score?
Kendrick K's versus his earned runs.
In the game. So last game, he struck out 6 people, 5 earned runs. Before that, 3 strikeouts, 3 earned runs. Before that, 5 strikeouts, 3 earned runs. Looks like strikeouts is the better play. But 6 earned runs, 3 strikeouts. That's closer than you think. And earned run, strikeouts are spot and earned runs 1.
1. There's a spread today, Trev.
Yep.
Go ahead. What was that?
Kyle Hendricks, I believe.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Kyle Hendricks strikeouts
Spread's 1.5.
is the favorite by 1.5 over Kyle Hendricks earned runs. So 5 Ks, 3 earned runs would be a win for the Ks. 4 Ks, 3 earned runs would be a win for the runs.
Yep.
Confidently.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going Ks. I got my Kadar up today.
Wow. Holy smokes.
I'll go with the Pirates. Runs.
Taking the runs?
I'll take the points.
I'll go with Trev.
Okay.
Go runs.
Taking the points.
That's spread.
Tuck.
5 Ks, 0 earned runs.
I'm going to text Kotuck to hit a homer.
Ooh. Brian Hayes with the call. Key Brian.
Brian Hayes. All right. That's the show. See you guys. Go enjoy all the baseball.
Thanks, everybody.
I outsmarted Jimmy.
Wow.
Everybody saw it.
Copy Crypt. Oh, nice. Crypt.